Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I'll bring you thrilling gameplay from the hit fighting game Soul Calibur 6. In today's video, prepare to witness the absolute power and ferocity as I take opponents in intense ranked matches using none other than Nightmare, unleashing Nightmare's fury in Soul Calibur 6 ranked matches. As one of the most iconic and menacing characters in the Soul Calibur franchise, Nightmare strikes fierce into the hearts of his adversary with enormous sword, unparalleled strength, and devastating attacks. But before we jump into the action, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. I'm still seeking players for the online tournaments. Subscribe to the channel for a chance to win $50 with every 50 new subscriber the channel gets. If you happen to have your own YouTube channel, I will subscribe to your channel as well. Check the community page for the latest image poll and stay informed with the announcements playlist on upcoming events, tournaments, raffles, and giveaways. Support the channel with any donation by texting the word donation to my cell phone number at 862-405-2191, and I will share the Cash App link. It's also the same number for entering into our raffles. Your support means a lot. Now get ready to witness Nightmarish fury unfold in Soul Calibur 6 ranked matches. Stay tuned for more intense gameplay, and don't forget to spread the word to your fellow gaming enthusiasts. Let's dive into the abyss and chaos and emerge triumphant. In Soul Calibur 5, after its destruction by Soul Calibur, Soul Edge was shattered and its fragments would scatter across the world. However, minions still loyal to the cursed sword managed to track down the shards and reassemble as much as the sword as they could. Now, 5 years later, it regained consciousness and possessed a new host, one especially prepared for such an occasion. Unlike the Asura Knight, who has swept through Europe as a genocidal monster, the new Nightmare preferred to be subterfuge and diplomacy. He assumed the name of Damas and became part of the inner circle of the Emperor of Rudolf II and of the Holy Empire, Roman Empire. He became Graf or a Count of the Kingdom of Hungary. From this position, he would send his servants to rain the missing Soul Edge fragments while organizing purges against the innocent he deemed malfested, in order to harvest the soul to bolster in his strength. Now, in 1607, Graf Dumas manipulates Patricius into slaughtering the malfested. Now remember, Graf Dumas is supposed to be the new Nightmare. By claiming to help in search for his missing sister, Pariah, eventually Patricius violently leaves his service and flees. Later, after reuniting with his sister, he encountered Damas, which is Nightmare, who has reached his full power and revealed himself as Nightmare. He attacks Patricius, but he is stopped by Pariah, who becomes a truly malfested. With its power restored, Nightmare and the corrupt followers causes a war throughout the Central Europe. At a castle of Denver, and is defeated and killed by Zewel, Pariah becomes the new host of the Soul Age. Pariah is then defeated by Patricius, and in the end of both Soul Edge and Soul Calibur are seeded back into the astral chaos. And it's unclear really what's happened into Nightmare's body after Damas was slain by Zewel, considering that Siegfried was Nightmare. He discarded the armor after escaping from Soul Edge control. It could be possible that the same could have happened to the armor that Damas wore. Now we're going to get into Soul Calibur 6. Okay, so in Soul Calibur 6, his dark Azura armor embulks the knight. His helmet covers all but his red glowing eyes. His strong-like right arm holds the great sword with the cursed eye glaring from its center. Could such a monster really exist? I mean, this was a good fight, but I'll definitely give this guy a rematch if he wants it. Let's see if he accepts. Let me continue with the story now. Appearing from out of the shadows, like the advent of nightfall, this barbaric knight reaps the souls of the living as if they were merely stalks of corn. His name came to represent fear and desperation to all who hear it. Those who found out that the rumors were true, that he was not a fairy tale villain, that he was struck down in a single blow before they could even open their mouths to scream. Now that's how deadly Nightmare really is. Nightmare's true form belonged to Siegfried, a young man entranced by the cursed sword of Soul Edge. He killed people and claimed their souls in the hopes of bringing his father Frederick back from the dead. Now, however, despite charming Siegfried with his sweet words, Soul Edge was not as powerful as it has been while in the hands of Cervantes. Now, even so, Siegfried refused to acknowledge he was killed, that he has killed his own father, seeking revenge instead of against his imaginary assassin, which was really him, not no other person. With his damaged past, it could perhaps be said that there was no other better one suited for the sword than Siegfried himself. Soul Edge's thirst for souls was unquenchable, as was Siegfried's in his quest to revive his father. In time, Nightmare was beginning to represent a threat surpassing even that of the pirate Cervantes. Now, in the main story and the other Soul Chronicles, at some point in 1583, Nightmare fought Brock and malfested him. As Nightmare's reputation increased, and the feudal lord attempted to hire him as a mercenary that will help overthrow the tyrannical ruler, but Nightmare killed him instead. Nightmare eventually claimed the city of Ostersburg as a dominion and began attacking the surrounding kingdoms such as Wolfgrund, according to the army of the Malfested, being mutated by Soul Edge evil energy and other monsters. By 1585, Nightmare had assembled a team of let me see here, it says mutant called Covenant Shield. Now it says here, Ivy Valentine and Astroth and the Lizardman Chief, and bestowed titles upon them. In 1586, Ostersburg was attacked by a Veil organization, but this played into Nightmare's hand as he killed them and all claimed their souls. So as the war broke out, it was beneficial to him because he was claiming souls at the end of the day. So yeah, like it said, it worked out in his favor. As Nightmare's power reaches zenith, Ostersburg was attacked by a trio warrior of Killick, Shanzu, and Maxi. While Maxi faced off with Astroth, Nightmare was confronted by Killick, who had been malfested by the evil seed, but released Soul Edge controlled by Sangshu, who was unknowingly the wielder of SOULCALIBUR. Now Soul Edge opposite. Nightmare attempted to force Killick to succumb to his malfestation, but Killick managed to defeat Nightmare and shatter his armor. An inferno emerged and dragged Killick and Shangsha into astral chaos, but he was defeated using SOULCALIBUR, freeing Siegfried from the cursed sword's control. As Siegfried wandered across Europe, the badly damaged Soul Edge sought to corrupt and take him over again. Berating his will as he slept inflicted him with nightmares, and eventually growing more powerful enough to take over him for a brief period. Now, in early 1589, Siegfried grabbed Soul Edge hilt to enter to the astral chaos and rescue SOULCALIBUR from being consumed by the Inferno. The demon initially assumed the form of Nightmare to mock him for his sins and committed under his control. While Siegfried managed to temporarily prevent Inferno from consuming SOULCALIBUR, its consciousness was eventually trapped in the astral chaos, once again alongside SOULCALIBUR, causing Siegfried's soul to be completely sealed away in the astral chaos. Inferno, now complete control of Siegfried's body, took on the disguise of Nightmare and returned to Ostersburg Castle and gathered his army of the Malfested once more, but was unable to unleash Soul Edge's full power without his host body cooperation. Gathering a new global of power, Malfested with the Blade theme code names including the Great Blade, the Sword of Cursed Flames, and the Sword of the Inquisitor, Nightmare's partners, his lieutenants with the offshoots of Inferno such as Izuka Achi, sending his agents abroad to show, well, it says to sow chaos and reclaim the fragments of Soul Edge that has been scattered around the world. Nightmare began expanding his influence globally, while Siegfried was unable to wrest back control of his body for increasingly brief periods of time, and saw that undermining his plans, Nightmare began focusing his will and corruption, SOULCALIBUR assembling into Soul Edge and corrupting Siegfried back into Soul Edge, willing puppet once more. So that was the story of SOULCALIBUR 6, that Siegfried managed to save SOULCALIBUR from Inferno, but then was consumed by Soul Edge again, and now his body, or let's say his state of mind, or himself, is trapped in the astral chaos, while Inferno comes back to the real world and consumes the world of Nightmare. So that's crazy. So, and again, Nightmare is not even at full power because he doesn't have Siegfried's, he's not willing. So it's not the same. But that goes to show how powerful Nightmare still is. Like, it's crazy. Now, this probably be the last match of the night. Alright, looking good. Let's see how this opponent does. Man, Cassandra is such a beast in this game as well, though. It looks like that's what she's playing as. And guys, don't forget, I'm still looking for players to join the online tournaments. If you're interested, just leave a comment on the comment section, or if you see this on your Facebook group, just let me know. Send me a message through Messenger that you're interested. I really want to hold online tournaments. Want to hold them, with cash prize. There will be an entry fee depending on the cash prize, but yeah, man, let's make this extra money, man. Let's do a quick side hustle. But if you guys are interested, let me know. I think SOULCALIBUR 6 is one of the best gaming series out there right now. I hope they break SOULCALIBUR 7. I mean, right now they're in 4th place because you just got Mortal Kombat 1 that came out, so, Street Fighter 6, and now Tekken 8. So yeah, for my view, SOULCALIBUR 6 was number 1, but now these new versions of these other games has dropped them back down to 4th place. I just hope they make SOULCALIBUR 7 so it can come back to being number 1. But it definitely has a long way to go. Oh man, this opponent is tough, man. I can't believe we're in the final battle. It's anybody's ball game right now. What a great comeback. I'm telling you, Cassandra is very, very, very powerful, but I'm not losing this fight. Come on. Just need one hit. Man, she gives you no space. There we go. Got it. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Don't forget to subscribe!